So what do you think about Michael Pence as the VP nomination for Donald Trump?
I think Mike Pence is an ideal choice. I worked with Mike for 12 years in the House. He's very intelligent, very knowledgeable, and a very good communicator. So I think he really adds a lot to the ticket. His personality is totally the opposite of Donald Trump. So it's a good compliment. They sort of complement each other.
Yeah. I noticed that too. I noticed Donald Trump says a lot of things, and Mike Pence is more conservative with what he says. Do you think that was a good idea for the ticket to have one side more conservative?
Yeah, and also just as far as his style. His style is much more restrained. It's much more thoughtful, if you will. Mike Pence never speaks from the gut. He never speaks from off the top of his head. It's always well thought out. His and Donald Trump's views are largely the same, but having said that, they come at it from different perspectives.
Sure. What made you endorse Trump?
I think that when you look at Hillary Clinton and you look at what she's going to be proposing for the country, I think that that's a little frightening. And I think that with Trump, that you're going to get a businessman who's succeeded in the real world and knows how to balance budgets and said that he'll cut taxes. So I think if you take that vision versus the vision that the Democrats are offering, I think that Trump provides a much better option.
Look, I'm trying to make Cleveland LeBron again. That's when it was all love. That's when J.R. Smith was pouring champagne on white women. That's when it was a great time. That's when we was all having fun. There was no hate. There was no religion. It was all about LeBron. And we need to bring him back here in the middle of this square so people can remember love is the way and not this hatred protest and hatred convention that's going on, man.
Secretaries of State using private emails. I understand that. I'm guessing that even the president probably does. Yeah. Let me finish. Don't worry. But they didn't have a private server. So these are the things that are lingering.
Okay. Well, let me answer. Let me answer.
I'd like to
Thank
address.
You. No, look, I'm glad. Look, I said I'm here to answer any questions, and I appreciate you asking any follow-up questions. I'll just give you a brief overview. I'm not going to take you 11 hours through it. Before we were attacked at Benghazi, our embassy in Cairo was attacked, but it's a fortified, strong building. It was attacked because of the video.
Hello, this is Cameron Gonsalves for PoliticsFitzU and FPTV. I just left the voting booth here, but I wasn't the one voting. We just saw the first 10 votes for the 2016 presidential election, and fortunately, PoliticsU and Franklin Pierce TV were able to cover this historic night from Dixville Notch. How do you think these first 10 votes from Dixville Notch will impact the overall presidential election?
Well, Trump's probably going to tell us that we're all stupid on Twitter. The Clinton campaign will likely run with it a little bit. Gary Johnson's campaign will probably run with, and that's what we saw in the primaries too, especially with social media. The party or the candidate that wins will run with it for the next 6 hours and try to get as much momentum as they can. And the candidate that didn't win will kind of just pretend it didn't happen. We're just a bunch of hillbillies and our votes don't count.
Thanks, Matt. Welcome down here to Lakeview, where we have over 700 kids participating in this year's annual Halloween event. We've talked to lots of kids down here and their parents about the festivities and how it brings the community and Ringe together. We've talked to the fire department, a lot of the kids and the parents, and hopefully we can see what's going down here for tonight.
Hello and welcome to Raven Rundown. I'm your host, Meg O'Donohue. I'm here with Cam Gonsalves and Tyler Arrigo. So basically we're just going to talk about the winter sports that are going on and some of the other sports on campus. But let's start off with men's ice hockey. So they started the season pretty strong, going 6-2, but since November 22nd, they've only won one game. What's going on, guys?
Meg, this hasn't been good. And this team had their last opportunity to make the playoffs, and I'll tell you what, Tyler, they blew it. I mean, they put 43 shots on net in this game, but only had one goal to show for it.
I can't name don't need